Hello all. I have no idea why it says that I'm playing Ash Echoes when I'm definitely not. Because I know that I definitely put Final Fantasy XIV as what I was playing. But whatever. It'll figure it out, I hope. Um I ended the Final Fantasy XIV stream before completing the quest. And I don't know how long this specific part of the story is. So, in between it, I'll probably do some older content that I've just been putting off for years. Um, it's so funny because like I don't like doing things in Final Fantasy 14 that require more than 5 brain cells because I only have 2, and it expends my brain power a lot. But I figured this is literally the perfect opportunity to go through like old content and see if I can just bullshit my way through it. Where am I going exactly? Oh, okay. I was like, where am I going? I thought I was going to Tully Hall. I also might do my dailies because that is a thing that I have not done yet. You're probably not wondering about my glamour, but I'm going to tell you anyway because you need to know. So I played this game called Star Ocean: The Last Hope. It was my first time playing any of the Star Ocean games, and I absolutely fell in love with them. Can I? Yeah. I absolutely fell in love with them. And it was really, really hard because there's not a lot glamour wise. So I had to buy this outfit because this was the only one that had angel wings. But I was trying to be Sarah, the airheaded I don't know what they're called in that actually. It's been so long since I played Star Ocean: The Last Hope, so I have no idea what like they're called. But the flying people, she's literally the only one that can't fly until I think the end of the game. I think I have a lot of other glamours, but it's hard to really do other characters in other games with how kind of limited but not limited the glamoring is. Personally, because I've just like not done a lot of content because I don't like it. I don't like doing things that I don't know how to do. Which is so funny because I'm playing a game where like literally 99% of the time you're not gonna know what you're doing. Is this where I'm supposed to go? No. Oh, I went. Okay, yeah, I know. I think playing Final Fantasy 14 for like 10 years is really the what's this? Is this it's one of those. A curious anomaly has wormed its way into living memory, and we fear it could pose a terrible threat if left alone. Please, you must help us. But do I really? Sometimes being the hero is a double-edged sword because the stuff that I want to say can't say it because I'm automatically gonna be like, yeah, sure, you can depend on me. Wonderful. Oblivion is lucky to count you among its allies. Let's reconvene at the Gate of Remembrance then. I can explain more there. Oh, but fair warning, you may not recognize me at first glance. She gonna turn into a demon? Ah, you came for the funeral. I mean, personally, me, as I said in the last one, I just don't think it's appropriate for me personally to go to a funeral of the lady that I helped end. I mean, like, listen, at the end of the day, she was a world ending threat. Again, even though this was supposed to be the vacation expansion, it's not very much a vacation. I feel like I should just go on record and say this. I don't like Dontrell. I don't. It is hands down the worst expansion that I have ever played. Like, I give Final Fantasy XIV high praise because I absolutely love the world building, the story, the fights, the characters. But this expansion, when my friend told me that her other friend had like basically speed ran Dontrell and was like, oh, the story's trash. I was like, well, is he a story skipper? Or is he like a cutscene skipper? She was like, yeah, he's a cutscene skipper. I was like, well, his opinion really doesn't matter because, like, why is he saying the story sucks when he's not even read the story? Like, what are you doing? But I understand. This, I know people like Dontrell because it's kind of like a Realm Reborn. However, at least with a Realm Reborn, we were the main character. For Dontrell, we weren't, which is completely fine. If they would have did it in any other way, it would have been fine. However, with a character like Wook Lamont having no consequences for any of her actions, not even being upset that her father that she literally found out was literally about to be murdered in front of her eyes, not having any emotion for that whatsoever, and just generally being a all around not good character for very friendly terms. It's just, it does not make a good storyline, and I'm hesitant because I don't think they understand why majority of players, I don't even know if it's a majority, I'm just talking out of my ass right now. I don't know if they realize why people don't like Wook Lamont. And I fear that we're gonna have more characters like this. Cause like literally every one of the Scions took a backseat in this entire story. Like Estinian, we just met him. He was like, oh, you're here too? Well, I gotta get going. Huh? What do you mean? I should get on with the story, but like, I'm terrified of like what can happen. Because how will they make this story better? Are they gonna do what they did with like Stormblood, where people really didn't like Stormblood and didn't really like Lise as a character because she wasn't really doing anything, question? And do the same thing that they did for her for Wook Lamont, or are we gonna have to be with her forever and ever and ever and ever? And just in case you didn't know, ever. Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shale is always teaching me through new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep's system and the mechanical soldiers, its knowledge. I'll need to use my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. Be way of a treat. I've brought you I'm gonna butcher this. Let's do a chocolate. Chocolate. It's kind of a cake. I think you'll like it. Thank you. And thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here. Well, yeah, you guys have never had to deal with death until now. Out of curiosity, what's a custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. Alize, sweetie, honey, baby. They've never had to deal with death in their life, literally. Like, when you're on the brink of death, you can just pop a cooldown. Stop. Pop a cooldown, and you'll be fine. It's much the same here according to the records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? Oh, I have to pick them. I love how it shows you. It's like, no, listen, you gotta pick one of these, goddammit. I don't know. I guess I can go with the piety, I guess. I'm sure they are. The flowers are being handed out of Prasis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. We'll join you. There's a man I would like to speak with, Osan. He was apparently Sphne's aide and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go. Everybody, let's go. I just got Dora the Explorer flashbacks. It looks like I have a lot to do on the other side of this screen, but I swear I don't. Actually, I probably do. Where am I going? Cool. I did the entirety of the Alexander raids by myself. I mean, I didn't have to. I probably could have party findered for it, but I figured since I'm already level, I think I was level 90 at the time. Since I'm already level 90, it shouldn't be that hard, and it was not that hard. Of course, I was going unsynced. But the only issue with going in it unsynced is that some of the moves that they have in synced, I had never seen in my life. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So my philosophy was just to follow the other party members and hope that they didn't lead me astray, which sometimes they didn't. But I feel like it's my fault because I went unsynced, but I was like, this is gonna be easy. And then I, like, majority of it, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm Val Clement of Tulial. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Sphne's funeral. You know, what if they were just like doing it to be polite? Because, you know, some people like in the, well, like in the manhwa that I read, some people do that. Like, they'll be like, we'll send this invitation, but if she has any dignity or like common sense, she won't come. But it's usually people that are reincarnated and then they'll go anyway. And then they'll be like, oh, I didn't expect you to really come. After all, you're like, I don't know, terrible or some shit like that. So maybe they were just sending it to be courteous, but not really expecting them to come. But this is Final Fantasy XIV, so they're probably were expecting them to come at some point. We are honored, truly. See, exactly what I just said. I've seen you from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I'm Gosan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of state. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder alongside the regulators. What? You need to wear regulators for the funeral? Rest assured, they are not a requirement. We're aware your people do not use them. You see, people in the Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such, tokens were black, it was suggested that we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we're able. I see. Yet, regulator or no, the important thing is that we remember Queen's Fiend. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. I will. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. What if someone, like, tries to fight in the wedding? I'm not the wedding. Oh my god. To fight in the funeral. That is wrong of me. I like Queen's Fiend's hair. I want her hairstyle. They should make it, they should make her and her clothes, not her, but like her hairstyle and her clothes. It's Mog Station acquired stuff, because that's probably what they're gonna do. Hey, listen, it took us like, what, 3 years to get Lisa's outfit, only for it to be like one suit. And then Alfino and Alize's in one suit. And they're not dyeable at all. So you kind of just like, what if I wanted to rock all black? Phoenix. Did you ever think of that? But no, they didn't think of that. That's why. I wonder how long it's going to take us to get these outfits. And when is Alize going to get another job? It's been 6 years. It has not been 6 years. I'm exaggerating, but it's been 6 years. She's been Red Mage forever.
ここに集まった人々はそれぞれ違うふるさとを持っています。ある者はアレクサンドリア
Not to take away from this very sad event. But those flowers kind of remind me of the ones in Nier.
その両者が出会い誕生したのが神聖アレクサンドリア連王国。若い世代にとってはそれこそが唯一のふるさとでありましょう。このように出自からして異なる我々が雷鳴が絶えず響く障壁内の限られた世界でなぜ共存してこられたのでしょうか。そうです。利王スフェーン様が皆をまとめてくださったおかげでしょう。
I remember that. I was there.
彼女の優しい笑顔に励まされ、生きる活力をもらった人は数知れません。残念ながら、スフェーン様は消え去ってしまわれた。しかしそれでも、私たちは覚えています。
Will you remember that she once lived?
故に、
I don't know why I said that.
今は
It still
共
cuts
に
me
祈りまし
to
ょう。
this day.
古きアレクサンドリアの伝統に立ち返り、残されたものとして死者の眠りが安らかであるようにと。
When are we gonna see my baby Erinville?
そして未だ心に残る彼女との思い出を胸に刻み、明日へと継承してゆこうではありませんか。
Are they gonna have like music?
そうは言っても、この先どうすれば。
I like the outfits that they have. They're very holographic. I mean, you can really tell that Queen's Fiend was really, really loved by her people. I feel like that's what every ruler, not just in games, but like in the real world, should strive to be loved by the people that they're like governing over. Because, like, if you're discontented with the person that's ruling over you, it's only a matter of time before a rebellion starts. Usually the manhwa that I read, there's always some sort of rebellion, or someone usurps the throne, or someone took out their entire family to become the emperor, and now they're like designated as the cold and feeling emperor or some crap like that. And maybe if they love their children, it wouldn't have ended up like that. Why are we here for the proceedings? It's not like anything's gonna happen. The last time I said that, something happened, so I'm hoping that, like, because I said that, nothing happens. I mean, it's a funeral, for God's sakes. Are they gonna start blaming us? Listen, it's not my fault, I swear.
それなのにまだ覚えてるなんて不思議ね。
僕、スフェーン様に会いたい。だって悲しい時はいつもスフェーン様が話し相手になってくれてたんだもん。覚えてるのに会えないだなんて絶対変だよ。
That's part of life.
会えないわ。
Without pain, can you really say that you're living?
でも、それじゃ僕たちどうなるの？このままずっと寂しいままなの？
実際これからどうなるんだろうな。
You eventually get over it, you remember her memory and know that she was loved? Question mark. I mean, I know like it's a novel concept for them because like when a person ends up going to the sphere or whatever the hell they go to, they're like, oh, I don't even remember that person. But now they're like, I remember her and she's gone and I can't talk to her anymore. Which is like, you would think that the people that came from, well, I don't know if these people are specifically from Alexandria or if they're from Eorzea, but you would think that they would be like, this is literally a part of life, literally every day.
スフェーン様あっての俺たちだったんだ。この先の生活が不安で仕方ないよ。
You remember that she once lived, and that her sacrifice wasn't in vain.
あの方がいたことを生地覚えてるばかりにね。いっそ全部忘れられてたら。自分たちで何とかしようって思えたかもしれないわ。
I think most people, when they got to this part, well, not this part specifically, but when they got to the part where everyone realized that, like, the Alexandrians forgot their loved ones that passed, they were like, that's weird. That's suspicious. And it's like, kind of like, in the real world, we deal with that every day. People ending up gone but never forgotten, because if you live in their memory, like if you live knowing that their sacrifice wasn't in vain or that you can think of all the good times you've had with them, it's not that sad. But for them, it's like, we've never experienced this, so they just don't know how to go about processing their grief.
俺たちもトライオラに移住した方がいいかもな。荒野を歩いて渡るのは大変そうだが、それでも先行き不安なこの国よりは。
I don't think that's a good idea. Not because like of the people governing over Toligal, but because Alexandria is so far forward in technology. It would be really hard to go back to that lifestyle, for a lack of better words. Plus, we also don't want to overcrowd Toligal. I don't think they have that many houses.
あのさ、ヨガフイ族って部族の思想にこんな言葉があるんだ。 人が死ぬのは肉体的な終わりを迎えた時じゃない。誰かの心から忘れ去られた時だって。
I'm glad I waited because I was literally about to press X
なら
to doubt
スフェンに
actually.
ついてもそう考えられねえか。お前が覚えてさえいれば肉体や魂はなくても心の中であいつの命は続いてくって。
Almost did it again.
心の中で生きてても結局もう会えないんでしょ。僕
Oh,
そんな風に感じるくらいなら記憶を雲の上に預けちゃった方がいいと思うな。悪い。別に押し付けるつもりはなかったんだ。
shouldn't that be filled up by now? Are people just like waiting their turns?
やっ
A
ぱ
lot
り
faster.
そう
Everybody
簡単
gotta
に
get
は
their
受け入
turn.
れ
It's
ら
like
れ
a
ねえな。
thousand people. It's like 10,000 people deep. It's probably not
どうに
10,000
かし
people
て
deep. I'm
みんなが
exaggerating,
前
but
向
it's
き
like
になって
10,000
くれた
people
らいい
deep.
んだけどよ。
Y'all taking your sweet time. Mourn how you want to mourn, but like let other people mourn as well. Gotta get this thing moving.
死者に対する気持ちの整理もそうだけど、利用を失ったことによる生活の不安も問題よね。
I mean, they got him to. He's a child. He can't govern over anything. He doesn't know the ways of the world. I hope they're taking care of them. Because evil people could try to be like, this is how you should run it. And then the next thing you know, he's going to run Alexandria on the ground. And it's not going to be good for anybody.
ああ、そのあたりも隣国として支えて。どうしたグルージョ。
さっきの話、死んだ人のことを覚えてるのと覚えていないのってどっちが幸せなのかな。
I think if you forget that the person is gone, you never have to experience loss. But you also don't get to remember them. And remember the good times that you had with them. Or like the funny stuff that you did with them. Or how, like, let's say for example, you guys went out one night and came back home plastered and started like doing all types of weird things. You don't remember those things. I mean, one can't be better than the other,
僕は
but the latter is still not the best.
だからこそ名前を聞いたりすると今も胸が痛いんだ。
Your father was also a piece of scum, so the bar is pretty low with that one. I don't even think he like met his father all that much, except for like that one instance or those few instances. So like, I mean, I understand it, but like,
ス
ooh.
フェン様だって同じだよ。思い出すたびもういないんだ。寂しいなって。
Which is understandable, because you know, Sphene was really well loved.
けど母さんのことは何も知らない。知らないから寂しいって思うこともない。
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think you had a mother. There was no other person that could have possibly procreated with him, so he probably just birthed you by himself. How that's possible? That's possible, actually.
僕は父さんたちのことを覚えていたいけど、どっちが幸せかって言われたら。
グルージョ。
ちょっと場所を変えましょうか。
Do they know it was me that, like, well, it wasn't even me. Did they know it was her that ended up doing the thing? Why did they close up on that? Why does it make me feel like they're gonna forget her? Is it voiced or not voiced? I'm pretty sure it's not voiced. Hey, Kaluja, do you really know nothing about your mother? Shell searched the system for information on residents, but the only Mamulja she found listed were for my father and me. That's what I'm saying. You were just birthed from your father. It's like clownfish. If they can't find a mate or their mate dies, they become the mother. Or is that a seahorse? Or is it both? I must look this up actually. So now I'm confused. Let's see. Oh, yep, see? They can change their gender so they can birth some babies. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but she wasn't. Well, that you're here means she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. Is she stupid? They're like, oh, there's one other possibility, which is the one that I just said, that he birthed them by himself. Or maybe he didn't birth him, but he cloned him or something like that. He cloned himself in his child form. I don't know. But like, if there's no like any identification that another Momosha was here in this dome, then yeah, no, he did some type of mechanisms to like clone himself or make a baby or whatever. I think so. Even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know her. So I want to try looking again, and if I don't find anything this time, I'll give up. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Then I'll help you. Singularly, she will be the one to help. I'm not doing anything. I'd like to help as well, and I believe I speak for others too. You don't speak for me, Bryle. I'm sorry. You don't speak for me. I wish I could make a sassy remark, but again, I can't. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. I, for one, would like to leave to go to the first. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. That is a transition if I've ever seen one. All right, thank you, everyone. I would like to have learned how his father was like a bad ruler, because it was only told to us, it wasn't shown. And I am a visual learner. I have to see what they're talking about. I can't just hear, feel, and think. Assuming neither memories nor records of Guluja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. This is what they do before horror movies. And you know how it ends? With all of us dead. See, Amanda, if you can make inquiries outside in the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. It's their brother otter. Okay, because I keep forgetting to do this. And this one shouldn't take long. Where am I going? You're looking for Mamosha woman? Oh, Guluja's mom. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know a little bit about Zoroja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, Tural Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoroja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear of the king's feat in the past. You exchange with a fresh-faced Tanawata has taught you about a battle with a Tural Vidral. Water. Sorry, but I've never heard of a Mamosha woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zoroja. You might have better luck talking to the people over at Tanawatan settlement to the north of Everkeep in a place called Hue Yawata. The resilient son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kaniloka. I wish when you found out pertinent information, it would just go to that instead of having you still complete this. A Mamosha woman? Their people have never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of land guards that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Solio after their mission. But if any remain, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. So he probably does have a mother somewhere. But again, she would be in the registry. It's like when someone gets married and they say that they got married, and then you look up if they got married or not in probate court, but you don't see like where they got like their registration for their marriage. So like you're like, did they really get married or not? Because I mean, listen, probate court does not lie. At least that's what I've been told. I don't know. I am indeed heading to the back rooms. Thank you for your service. Please don't be oh, thank God. Because I'm 3 and waiting. And I was not trying to skip another cutscene. Guluja has told me all. We've previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Ah, so you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what the conclusions we might draw. Fuck me. God damn it. I'm gonna have to skip this. So Zoroja brought a retinue of Lansgar and Nusala, among whom was a female Momoja. His mission was to rid the region of a Tural withdrawal, and I believe it's safe to say that this was the crisis in whatever that is he resolved. I feel like I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm not gonna say the name. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, and they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement and why people lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zoroja made regular visits. Got someone pregnant. The scandal! He was born out of wedlock! If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal, and if this Momoja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come in contact. I see, but what could Zoroja have been doing in that village? I think we can answer that question. In order to retrace Zoroja's steps, Raha and I spoke with a researcher who worked at Origin X. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility. No, we're gonna wait. Outside Everkeep per the king's direct order. If it's, you know what, I'm gonna go through this, and if it ends up, you know, not going through, that's fine. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to happen under the King's jurisdiction. I could always just switch to White Mage and get an insta-Q. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that was all we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even the work there was classified. Any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured with an Everkeep. So if we keep looking at transportation records, there it is. The route's all full of detours and attempts at obfuscation, but large deliveries were made to Y, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been an activity for years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Do you think that's where my mother was? We can't say for certain yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. Hey, that's not even my fault, okay? This is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all of this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating this secret facility, and why then? And this time, I want to come along Gulumja. Y is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the drift downs. Alright, thank you, Shale. I guess switching to White Mage it is. My Q was an instant. Immersion broken. I feel like this is going to lead into another cutscene. So actually, I'm just gonna wait. Cause like, listen, I'm not doing that again. Cause I think if you do that 3 times, then it ends up locking you out for 30 minutes, I believe. I think so. So I'm just gonna fly around and wait for my duty to pop. I can only fly around so much. And I don't have any Disciple of the Land jobs unlocked. So I can't even do that. The last time I unlocked the Disciple of the Lands, I was on a crafting kick. And I don't want to go through that again. For those who don't know, I don't even think I've said this on stream, but like, this is my alt character, which is so funny because I'll tell you guys the story while I wait. So I made this character specifically just to see how hard it was to miss, in quotation marks, miss your job quest, like the one you get at level 30. So I made this character on the Oceana Data Center, which, like, little side note, the people on Oceana Data Center are not nice. Like, yikes. I thought the people on the NA were mean. No, Oceana data centers, they were mean. And my ping was terrible because it was somewhere that I wasn't supposed to be. But I made her just to see how hard it was to miss it, which is really not all that hard. It literally tells you, like, hey, you should probably do this. Like under here, it's like, hey, you should probably do this quest. But I ended up getting her to 30, and then I was white mage because I do heal her for like basically everything. And after I got to 30, I don't know, man, I fell in love with her. And I ended up getting her obviously all the way to level 100. And I bought stuff from Mog Station for her. Like stuff that my other character, my actual main character has, but like I didn't have on this one. I haven't bought everything because like that's a lot of money to be giving to Squeenix. But I fell in love with her and I've been playing with her ever since. It's gotten to the point where like I only log into my main character once in a blue moon. I haven't even done Dawn Trail as my main character. I started as her. I was just like, yep, this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna do. I think they made it more obvious that like you're supposed to do your job quest. And the only reason why I did that in the first place was because there was this instance that I was in, and I don't even remember which one it was, but the tank was still a gladiator. And I'm like, that's not the flex you think it is, sister. That's really not the flex you think it is. But he kind of just like, it was weird because like they weren't really doing all that much damage to begin with. And I think they were naked too. And that's what started this whole entire thing. And I kind of just made her name up. It took me a while though, actually, because some people have the name that I wanted. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just do this one. And I did actually change her last name. I did not like her last name. But I had to pay for that. It was for the story arc that I was having for my character. Like, she had this name, and then she figured out her mom's name, her maiden name, and she was like, I'm gonna be this. Please don't be. Please don't be. Oh. This isn't so bad. I have no idea what I'm doing. I say that every time and then just kind of like bullshit my way through stuff. I know I will probably get hit by the directional AoE that he's gonna do, because like I'm not good with directions. You tell me to go one way, I'm gonna go the other. I love the Astrologian portrait. The first time I did this, I thought this was like a directional AoE, but it's not, so love that. Would it be? Yeah, no, yeah, it would be right here, right? Because it's gonna go out. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Is it gonna do it again? I don't know. So I'm just gonna go over here. You know, now that the white mage doesn't have thin air for like, I think it was what, 10 seconds? I kind of just like use lucid dreaming whenever it pops. Because you never know when you're gonna need it. What way is it gonna, okay. I've never tried to follow up this arena, but I feel like you can. It's gonna go this way, so it'll go this way, so we stand right here, right? Yeah. Wrong. Right. Okay. Jeez. It's gonna go here, so we're gonna go right here. Right? Wrong? I was wrong. Oh my god. Oh, that's why. We're getting burned. Oh my god. I thought I did it. You know what? At least I only got one. That's it. At least I only got one vulnerable waste that. Ah, I should have popped lucid dreaming. At least it doesn't do that stupid thing where, like, once they do their transformation, their health goes all the way up to 100%. Please stop running after me. I'm going to cry. I don't know which one she's gonna raise. I did that the last time too. Honestly, at least they're like already pre-spaced out. I was hoping I didn't get hit by that. Maybe I can redeem myself this time. I think the flames are gonna be doing more than just licking. Okay, so it's going this way, so it'll be right here. Right? It's gonna go right there. And then, yeah, it's gonna, right? No, Reaper, you're gonna die. I feel like I did this last stream, but I just don't stay after the end of the battle. So like once it gets to 1%, I'm gone. Cause like, why should I get rewarded for doing my job? I mean, the mount's nice and all, but like, I don't really care. I used to care about that stuff, but now I just don't. Sometimes I'll stick around, but most of the time I don't. Which I guess I could be seen as like not giving anybody else a commendation. You know, I stood in that to see if it would do any like elemental thing, and I was like, wait, this isn't Baldur's Gate. So I would just see, what did I tell you? It was gonna be a freaking cutscene, and I was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that again. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it to be too difficult from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright, be careful, everyone. Oh! Huh? Well, how the turns have tabled, because I didn't know that this was gonna be. I did not think it was gonna be that. Not that, you buffoon. I'm trying to see what eye level it is. What is it? 690? What is, I think mine is 695. Not this one, mine. Right with me. Yeah. Yeah. And there's no other.
Ah, いつでも準備万端だ。
気合い入れていきましょう。
Alpha, no, don't let me down, please. I'm begging. I like doing things with trust more than I like doing it with real people. And I'm very glad that they added that into this, because it's chef's kiss. Now I'm just waiting for them to do the rest of the expansions like that. I think they're up to Heaven's Word now, right? Or Stormblood. I don't do the... you know what? I probably should if I want to level another class. This is gonna be fun. I don't think it specifically came here for a reason. I wonder... the issue is that I don't know if it can handle... I mean, it probably could, but I don't know if Alpha Note could handle double pull. But I mean, taking it like this is fun. Oh, wrong one. Well, it's not like I'm gonna hold back. Maybe I should have came as White Mage. I do need to level my scholar though. Might do that, yeah. You know, sometimes I get so focused that I only do one specific. So like I'll do Vert Arrow or Vert Thunder and then I start playing catch up. Don't kill it yet. No, please. I have to do my finisher. I like that the dungeons are kind of like more punishing. See, I'm doing it again. I wonder if they were to do another class for Alize, what would they do for her? Because Cryos have picked up Mancer. Alphino picked up Sage. Oh my god, I just realized we have double red mage. I could have actually went dancer. It probably isn't a good thing to like not do the entire rotation on other enemies, but like I don't like losing anything. That's why I got F's in gym, because I can't. Wow. But what if I want to step loudly, Grahatia? Graha, I'm sorry. It must be done. Well, that I went nowhere. I thought I was going places. Turns out I was going nowhere. I used to wait. Oh, I can't. Oh, I was about to get hit by that. Thank you for the Panheimer. I like Verholy more than I like Fire. I wonder what the first boss is. Oh my god. There's so many enemies. Alize, oh my god. Calm down, sister. There's enough for us to, there's enough for them to go around. I used to wait until these got to 100 because I thought that's what you were supposed to do. Turns out that's not what you were supposed to do. Please don't. Well, yay, first boss. That looks disgusting. Genuinely, you know what I thought that looked like? I really, really thought it was a fucking spider. And I was disgusted.
大丈夫かい？
You know, the only thing that I don't like about oh my god, hi Grasantia. Hi Alphino. Bye Alphino. Oh, hi Alphino. I like the chaoticness of the why are they doing that? Anyway, I like the chaoticness of the dungeons now. Hey. What is he pouring? The fishers? Oh. Is there more? Is he done? What happens if you let it go? I mean, obviously death, but like how? I was trying to go when that one went off, but it did not go off the way that I thought it was going to go off. I have an inkling. Thank you. I have never used materia. I feel like I probably should use materia, but like I've never used it in my life. I just now started using it, and I still don't know what I'm supposed to use as a white mage as a healer. I'm trying because I don't want Scorch. I don't want Scorch. I don't want Scorch to go. Listen, Alfie, now we gotta keep Graha alive. Not just because he's a tank, but because he's Garhasia. And he's suffered enough, okay? See, I did it again. Darn it, and right at Scorch again. Listen, Graha, I'm so sorry, but we gotta go. I have an inkling, yep. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I will go back to read those research notes. I just needed to get it. I told myself this year was the year that I was gonna start tanking. And then I remembered what it entailed with tanking, and I said, I'm okay. I'm fine. I really don't want to. You can have it. I just feel like so many people are accustomed to wall-to-wall pulls now that, like, if you do anything less than that, you're considered terrible. Excuse me. And I'm all about taking it leisurely, because, like, why do you need to get out of the dungeon so fast, sister? Like, are you bleeding out? Are you dying? Is that what's going on? Because, like, if nothing mortal is going on, then, like, why are you taking so, why are you going so fast? But not everybody shares my sentiments, so that's why I don't do things as a white mage anymore, unless it's like trials or some shit like that. I'm not gonna do like leveling roulette or anything. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcome, too many souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutation. So this is where they were doing it. Ooh. Why do I have an inkling that either like his mother is gonna be the last boss, or she was a researcher? While His Majesty Zorolja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the world outside. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. Also, with like doing it with a trust, you can actually like read stuff, because most people just kind of like zip zoom zam from like place to place, whereas like this, I can read at my own pace, baby. Why are you here? How did you get past those? Is he? Why are you following us? Go home. Guluja, no. He's just watching. You know, most people would cower in fear when they see beasts like this. He's just like, this is a regular Tuesday for me. Which, if that's the case, Guluja, what are you hiding? Let's get on that later. Let's double back to that. But again, why is he here? You would think that, like, if Wooklamot's staying back, she'd be like, hey, maybe don't go in there. However, she apparently is just letting him run wild. I mean, he's the king. He can do whatever he wants. But, again, Graha, what the hell? Giant course? Did they forget the P in corpse? This actually really does make me want to play Baldur's Gate again. And I just deleted it from my PC. Again. Because I made room for the gacha games that I have. I need to get more space for my PC. Even though there was already like one gig, not 1 gig, but like 1 terabyte, I kind of just need more space. I like games. They're my babies. Where are the research notes? Okay. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with fiends of great power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was the phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Truovidral, I struggled to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. So they didn't go defeat it. They went to go get it. They trying to grip my toes, and I don't like that. Or maybe they're supposed to be called giant course. I don't know. I just work here, man. Is he still following? Of course. Listen, what is his secrets? Why is he here? This is so out of left field, but like I bruised my sternum, and I think I feel like I talked about this on stream, but I was trying to figure out how I bruised it, and then I like remembered what I did at work, because usually when I don't open pins, well I don't open pins like the normal way where you just kind of like click. I just hit it against my chest, and that's how I do it. And then I was like, why do I hurt so much? And then I realized, and I was like, oh, that's why. So I've been trying to stop doing that. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul? Once possessed of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. Why do I have an inkling that... Yep. Gulaja, I have a bad feeling about you being here. Well, we found the overseer. Yippee! Hey, I'm all for the free spirit, but I'm not, I wasn't really talking about the free spirit. Oh, what did I do? Allie's egg. What will happen if I stand in it? Will death happen? I probably shouldn't let my, But like, I'm so close to it, like what's gonna happen? How long is this for? Oh lord, we got the temporary misdirection. Fudge, 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 fudge. Fudge. Oh, fuck. Well, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. The only downside is that, like, they can't raise me. We have to do this all over again. Listen, sir. I was close. I was close to being away from it. What if I position myself in a good way? Damn, I didn't even know he did free spirits. I am a, what's the good word? I could just position myself in a safe spot and then just go back. As long as I can find a safe spot, I could probably just displacement immediately. I mean, listen, bleeding. Well, I had bleeding. That's why, actually. I probably could have survived. No. This should be good, right?
I survived!
I survived by the skin of my teeth. I was gonna displacement, but then I was like, I'm already here and I'm not gonna turn around, so might as well. Huh? You know, it would be really nice to have LV, but someone used it. And that someone was not me. Shouldn't he like stand far back? I don't know. Hey. What the hell? I have never seen that a day in my life. What did I do? Again, I just don't think that Blue Josh should be following us. Question mark, exclamation point. Like, once it's done, once we're done with the dungeon, I'd be like, okay, come on, kid. But we're not done with the dungeon, so like, why are you here? Oh, I can't displacement. Is it just a stone? This is a big stone. Honestly, doing engagement has been like second nature to me now, because like usually the stages are like they're not very backflip friendly, so you kind of have to be strategic with it. And so I've just been doing engagement ever since, and like I can't stop. Like, I love me a good old displacement, but I can't, not anymore. Like, if I know that like I'm not gonna fall off the edge, maybe I'll do a backflip here and there, but like on the flip, no. Graha, I'm so sorry. The show must go on. I must scorch. I shouldn't get hit by this. Why do you take a few seconds? We probably won't get to the boss. I love how I keep just turning my camera back to see if he's actually still there, and he's just like, hey, and I'm like, you should tell me no, you're good. Well, I won't rush ahead. Piety! Woohoo! I'm gonna do something, and I'm hoping and praying that this works. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing. Forgive me, Graha! But also save me, Alphino! I would just like to say that Guluja is standing right there. That's Jot. You know, being the healer as a red mage is not the flex you think it is. And I mean like doing that because the healer is just like refuses to heal. I've done that before, but not as like not as a red mage. I've done it as a summoner, and I know that you guys know how god awful summoners heals are. So imagine me and my little 100 heal trying to keep the take alive. It's not as easy as you think it is. Oh darn, I forgot to do resolution. It's fine. Don't kill it, I have to do this. This must be done. What are we gonna fight? Shiva? Garuda? Bahamut? A person? A rabbit? Is that a goblin? That's disgusting. Ah, that's a 2 withdrawal. Lunapathy. We're going this way, right? Yeah. I wish the wings moved. I mean, it's already broken free. I'm surprised we're not getting hit by dust and debris. Why did it place us so close? Like, place us right here, my guy. All right. Yeah, whatever. 31k on the first hit, and I think that was just an auto attack. I'm gonna assume that we should be behind him as he's doing Raging Fall. I have no doubt that I will like die here. Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna, yeah, I figured. Maybe right here? Okay, at least I didn't get hit. Why are they going over there? Oh, that's why. Here? Oh. Is it gonna... I can't get it if it's right there. Darn. Oh. What if I fall down? No. This is the part where you backflip. Hi guys. We're all here. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, come on. I got hit by that. I didn't get hit by that. Alphino, my brother in Christ. Me.
見せてやる。剣学の英知をここに。
Did I do it? I can't tell. I've grown to your ways. Excuse me. He's keeping us close to death. I thought that was no, that's bestial roar. I still don't trust that. That looks like it hurt. Oh, for the love of God. We did it. Yay. What if I fall down? Oh. Yay. I got 2 casting gears. Woohoo!
獣はゾラージャ兄さんが討伐したって話だったけど、バリガルマンダみてえに封印しただけだったんだな。
I mean, it's kind of cute.
あの施設では人間の魂と記憶を魔物に移す研究をしていたようね。
That is also what I read.
わざわざこんな僻地に研究施設を置いたのもこのトラルビドラールを利用するためだったのね。もちろん封印した当時には思いもよらない利用法ではあったはずだけど、
Am I gonna touch it? I guess I'm not gonna give it a little pat. You did good. The echo is so inconvenient.
というわけで人格の崩壊を防ぐため人の魂の方を獣の体に移したいのです。
その方法ならトラルビドラールの力が利用できるのか。
理論上はまずは通常の魔物で実験を行いますが、ゆくゆくは強大な力を意のままにできるかと。
そうして魂を捧げた者はどうなる。
人に戻れるわけでもなし、必要な犠牲と割り切るしかないでしょうな。その分機械兵などよりも多くの戦果を期待できますよ。
いいだろう。ならば早急に志願者を募り。
かしこまりました。それでは私は上の観測所へと戻ります。
You should say by your leave.
承認したのですね、彼の計画を。
停車じゃ。今後はカニロッカの下につけ。お前は遊覧隊の中でも腕の立つ呪術医だった。その見識が実験に役立とう。加えて奴自身を監視する必要もある。よく見、よく働き。
So I wonder if his mother passed. Well, obviously she did, because none of them remember her.
よもや任務を果たせないと。
Why does she procreate with this man?
いいえ、障壁の中で生きていくにせよ、外に出ようとするにせよ、強い力は必要不可欠です。頼れるもののない私たちは多少強引な方法を使ってでもそれを獲得しなければならない。ですから命令はお受けいたしましょう。 代わりに実験が軌道に乗ったら報酬をいただけないでしょうか。
何を望む？
Don't tell me she's in the beast.
トライオラでは手に入らないと思っていたものです。あまりに遠くにあって求めることすら諦めていた。
Just get on with it, sister.
ですが今ならこの場所でならあと数歩で触れることができる。
Does she love him? Did she ask him to?
見合う成果を収めたなら何であれ持って
Oh, so maybe he didn't want to, and she was like, "When the reversal called sister," and he was like, "Sure, I'll procreate with
俺
you."
が求めるものは障壁の中にない。ここでは証明できない。お前の望む報酬がこの場にあるというのなら。
Did she like him this entire time? I'm so confused. Oh.
おい、大丈夫か?
You know, of all the times that I've had a fucking vision right in front of them, this is the first time in Dawn Trail they're like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" Literally had echo after echo, and it's just like, the fuck she's staring off in space for? I wonder how it is that I can use the echo even though Heidelin's gone. Will they ever touch on that, or was I just stupid enough that I don't remember if they told us? I'm pretty sure she's the only Momoja.
の奴らが言ってた通り、ヤースラニ荒野にはマムージャ族がほとんど住んでなかったんだ。ドームの出現に巻き込まれた女性が何人もいたとは思えねえ。ならやっぱり停車所がそうなのか。
カニロッカは去り際に上の観測所と言っていたのよね。あの施設の上層にそういう場所があるのだとしたら、停車所さんに関する情報も見つかるかもしれないわ。
よし、行ってみようぜ。
I wish I could see into the past like you. Then I could see people who are gone. But there aren't any other Mamoja women here. For a long time, I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. When I visited Tilial and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Oh, darn it. At least they knew this. I think spell speed would be better. While we discern the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. Alright, kiddles, we're gonna stop here with the main story because I'm gonna do the rest of the Eden raids. I actually have not done the Eden raids in their completion, in their entirety. I know that I did a few. I think the last one... That is a very good question, actually. What was the last one that I did? Ooh, I don't know. think it's in Colusia, right? No. Yes. No, it's in Amarag. This one. I think so. And then it's over here, right? Yeah. I just kind of stopped doing. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Oh, it would have been better to go to the end at Journey's Head. Oh well. The music from Shadowbringers is absolute banger material. Although I probably shouldn't be playing with the music on because it's probably super copyrighted. However, I miss out on a banger like this. The empty isn't so empty. You know, it's lush, it's green, it's got stuff. I don't know. I can feel all the revitalized elements working in harmony. I always believed Eden had the power to restore the empty, but I never expected it to happen so quickly. Hammer? Whatever are you talking about? I'm a woman of gentle birth, hardly the sort to be swinging such a rude thing about. I think Amanda must be imagining things. I wonder if the effects from the rebalanced ether will spread to the rest of the empty. Perhaps we'll just have to wait and see. Besides, I'm sure we could all do with the rest. I must say, Ryan, it's refreshing to see you take a more measured approach for a change. Well, if my experience has taught me anything, it's that I shouldn't rush into things unprepared. And I've also learned that there are some problems that can't be solved alone. Is that so? Since you freed me from Yulmore, I've met all sorts of kind people who've gone out of their way to help me. I thought that I should do everything in my power to repay their kindness and make the world a better place. But now more than ever, I realize that there's a limit to what I can achieve by myself. Even though I'm able to summon Shiva, I couldn't control such vast amounts of ether. If Gaia hadn't been there for me, I might never have returned to normal. I can say the same about you. I was trapped in a nightmare, but you freed me. Sorry, I had to sneeze. It seems we're more alike than I thought. We might not be able to do everything by ourselves, but if we look out for each other, then we can face our problems together. That's if you don't mind. I want Gaia's hairstyle. What was I about to say? No, it's fine, really. If things don't work out, we can always go our separate ways. But on the other hand, if I can resist the urge to punch you whenever you annoy me, which I must say is quite often, I have no objections to staying around. They're so best friends. You mean it? Oh, thank you, Gaia. May I suggest we continue the conversation in Amarag? Though the empty may now supporteth foliage, the land's normalization hath but begun, and to linger over long still entaileth risk. Is off the matter, Thancred? Nothing you need to worry about. Let's go. Before we do anything else, we should report to Yale Fort. He'll want to know how we've been getting on in the empty. Speaking of moored soap, there was a snack of some sort that caught my eye last time. I can't describe it, but it looked squidgy. Despite a strong suspicion that I may live to regret it, I'd like to try one. Oh, I think I know what you mean. They may not be much to look at, but I bet they taste amazing. Perhaps we could also try a pot of those jellied wrigglers or whatever they're called. I'll even let you take the first bite. No, thank you. First coffee bits, now worms and jelly. Heavens forbid the two of you might actually eat some proper food. Dear Amanda, may I ask the favor of thee? Whilst Thancred and I return unto the Crystarium to inform our comrades of our recent exploits, I would have thee accompany Reen and Gaia to Morsok. Don't you get that as a mount? Do you have to buy? No, I don't think you buy this. I think you get it from one of the extremes. How does one keep hold when it does that? I didn't know it tilted when you ran or did specific things, and I was like, am I tweaking? Am I tweaking right now? I was not tweaking, in fact. Just stupid, because I hadn't noticed that until now. Okay. They're gonna have to give me a second. Ooh, he got bit by fleas. Fleas are nothing to snuff at, man. I trust all is well, Miss Gaia. It will be once we get out of this desert town. If I spend another night in that dingy little room, I shall scream. I'm terribly sorry to hear that the accommodations was less than satisfactory. I'll investigate the availability of more comfortable lodgings post-haste. Yes, I think we'll be staying in Morsok, at least for the time being. It might take a while for me to write the report, as our expedition was rather eventful. Dear Amanda, I really appreciate everything you've done, and I'm sorry for all the trouble I've put you through. Still fretting about that, are you? What's done is done. Besides, it all worked out in the end, didn't it? You're right. Now, how about that treat we promised ourselves? They might not have coffee biscuits here, but I've heard the regular cakes are to die for. Or was that you'll die from eating them? Only one way to find out. I'm sure trying the local delicacies will keep us occupied between writing reports and thinking about the next plan of action. Hopefully we'll have another chance to visit the empty to see how things are coming along. And don't even think about leaving me behind. Darn it, I keep doing that. Critical hit, no, direct hit. Good news, or at least it has the potential to be good news. I received word from Master Urianger. Unfortunately, the message was rather thin on details. He only requested that you return to the Crystarium and meet him at the Wandering Stairs. Not the most likely of places for important meetings, but I suppose you might be able to squeeze in a pint or two while you're there. Sir, I don't drink. I still have 288 seconds before my return is done. Whoever the person was that made the whole interactive map or like the teleport system, they deserve a raise and a kiss, a little smooch, because it's a game changer, man. Pray accept mine apologies for calling thee hither at such an important notice. The matter I wish to discuss is of considerable import. If it's that urgent, wouldn't it be quicker to use those link pro things Rin's been telling me about? These are words best delivered in person. Why am I so far behind? Did something happen to the empty? Is it now the full? Not that doth warrant our immediate attention. The elements are in state of equilibrium and the propagation of flora continues apace. So what's this about then? As thou art well, we are not of this world, hailing from what is referred to as the source. However, unlike Diamanda, Thancred and I exist only as ether given corporal form. Our bodies remaineth on the source, though the thread that binds us to them doth grow weaker with passage of time. And if you stay here too long, you might never be able to return. Precisely. Now with the wheels of change and the empty set in motion, we believe this is a fitting juncture to take our leave. We shall but regret not being present to see the transformation reach its completion. But Dad, that hardly seems worth losing your bodies over, though. If you have to go back to your world, who are we to stop you? I always knew this day would come. I just thought I'd have more time with you. That's what I would say. You'll still have Gaia and Diamanda. Yeah, I come here whenever I want to. I know that you'll see this through to the end, together. We will. I may not be half the woman Minfilia was, but I have friends I can turn to. They may be brutally honest in their opinions at times, or prefer to save their words and let their actions do the talking, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Though I can't say what the future might bring, no doubt Reen and Gaia will need your support in the days to come. Alas, the mysteries surrounding the fairy are yet to be solved. Whether thou shouldest find the answers that thou seeketh, or nay. Lend not thine ears to its honeyed words, for thy will is thine own. Never forget this. Why do I feel even stupider reading those lines? I won't. The time of our departure is at hand. Yet know that, no matter where we may be, ever shall we pray for your success. Oh. With Urianger and Thancred set to leave the first, it is wise to share this development with Yelfort, who will continue to oversee expeditions into the empty. Just be like, bro, I don't know how to tell you this, but Thancred and Urianger, they're bouncing. Maybe not like that. Maybe like we're just gonna leave. What's that? You're back sooner than I expected. Is everything alright? Oh dear, that's rather unfortunate. I dare say it's something jolly important for them to leave in such a hurry. In any case, I wish them the best of luck wherever their work may take them. I shall remain here and hold the fort, as it were, and make the necessary provisions should any further forays into the empty be required. Safe travels. The Amanda, so the rumors of your knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. You see, we've just completed our preparations for another expedition into the empty. Miss Reen and oh Jesus, I pressed it by accident. Well, fancy seeing you here. The Amanda. We were just getting ready for another ride on the Sky Slipper. Care to join us? There was one other thing I should mention before you depart. Now that the situation in Gilmore has settled down somewhat, my associates have made some headway in investigating your past, Miss Gaia. Is that so? I thought that's what you wanted. So did I. But I quite like the way things are now. Digging around in my past might, I don't know, spoil it somehow. Besides, uncovering the truth behind the voice in my head and my strange powers is bound to be more interesting than whatever life it is I had in Ulmore. I understand. We'll find the Enders together, just like we do everything else. You mean from the ice crystal we found right after battle? I was sure it would have melted by now, but it seems Reen was right. I guess. We made it into a necklace. She insisted that I have it, even though it doesn't suit me at all. Still, I suppose it was a nice memento, so I keep it somewhere snug. Oh, come on, Gaia. It looked lovely on you. Wait, you're not embarrassed to wear it, are you? Don't be silly, of course I'm not. In any case, I wouldn't want to lose it while we're in the empty. Unlike the coffee biscuits you've brought along, I can't just go and buy another one. They were supposed to be a surprise for the Amanda. Yelfort's just there. He's just hanging out. He's one of the bros. And in any case you were wondering, I haven't been neglecting my training. I wouldn't want my skills to get rusty just because Thancred's not around. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Your Anja would also be pleased to hear you've had your head in those fusty old tomes. I've even done a bit of studying myself. After all, it's up to us to take care of the empty now. I'm looking forward to seeing how things have changed since our last visit. Come on, let's head over to the derrick. Greetings, Amanda. How might I be of service? Oh. Rain informs me that the balance has now been restored to all 6 elements in the empty. As such, representatives from the custodian will be making regular visits to the camp to observe any changes that occur. I shall oversee the delivery of whatever supplies that they may require. Once again, Rin has kindly agreed to provide a report of your travails in the empty, up to and including the encounter with the being known as Shiva. The preliminary verbal account left me gobsmacked, to say the least. I finally finished. See, Amanda, how goes it? Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you. Don't worry, it's something dangerous. I was wondering if you'd like to join Gaia and I for some traditional Mordsook afternoon tea. And in the meantime, I can read through your report. Now that that's taken care of, let's head over to the tea stall. Before that, there's one more thing. This concerns you, Amanda. It's a crystal. Woohoo! I found this in Eden's core, and it seemed like it could be important. For all I know, it might even help me get my memories back. But when I look at it more closely, I see images of you swirling around inside. Whatever this is, it probably means a lot more to you than it does to me. This crystal contains Eden's memories. We've seen one of these before, haven't we? Is Eden upset I beat his ass? In the first trial, no less. As you stare into the other crystal, your mind is overwhelmed with visions of struggles past, twisted and distorted by some unknown force. Whatever is the matter? I don't know, brother. It's the same as last time. The only explanation I can think of is that Eden's own power altered its memories somehow. But was that before or after they were crystallized? What difference does it make? Regardless of how it was made and where it came from, I can't think of any possible use for this thing. If you want it, Amanda, it's yours. It looks like I was the one wasting time on this occasion. Let's go and try this tea I've heard so much about. Wait a moment. Amanda, you're still looking a bit green around the gills, so perhaps you can join us next time instead. Anyway, I'd best catch up with Gaia. While this crystal may not serve as an accurate record of your battles, it provides a glimpse at what might have been. It could even help in mentally preparing yourself for foes you have yet to face. Since it contains images of you and your exploits, it seems only right that you should be the one to safeguard it. Is this how I get the extremes for Eden? Oh. Yeah, that is how I get it. I will not be doing these. Or will I? I know that you can get Ramu as a mount. But like, I also don't want to do any savages. I am a baby after all. I don't suppose you fancy taking the helm this time. Wait, I'll pilot this time. Oh, I didn't realize you knew how. While you were off training, I was practicing with another sky slipper they had at their Crystarium. Really? That's fantastic. Hardly. You've been pulling more than your own weight, and I just wanted to do what I can to contribute more. So you two can sit back, relax, and leave it to me. And the sky slippers are returned. There's no need to look so apprehensive, you know. Let's get going, shall we? Darn it, I keep doing that. Oh my god. Soul speed. But like, where does the promise come into play? Damn, it's bright. Is it like, I haven't done Eden since it first came out, so is it supposed to be this bright? It's so strange, Sheldon, seeing you at the controls. Why didn't you tell me you've been practicing? I thought I'd surprise you, that's all. Well, consider me surprised. All this time, I thought you were only good for smashing things with your hammer. Bring that up again and you can rock the rest of the way. I'd best behave. I wouldn't want to get stranded in the empty and miss the festival. I suppose this is the first you've heard of it. We haven't exactly been keeping it a secret, but it's still in the planning stages. You see, the return of the night sky has brought lots of changes, and while everyone is glad, the reality is that it's also been quite stressful to adapt to a new way of life. Seeing how hard our elders are working to keep the Crystarium running, youths like myself came up with the idea of hosting an event as a way of expressing our appreciation. Once we return from the empty, I'll be helping as one of the organizers. I wouldn't be so sure about that, but I'd try my best to make it a success. If everything goes well, all you need to do is turn up and enjoy yourself. Well, turn up? Oh my god. Rin, you don't want to see me when I turn up. How about it, Gaia? Would you like to help with the festival? What's that? I haven't been listening. My leg is cramping up a bit. Piloting this thing must have made me more tense than I'd realized. Then let one of us take over. I love Rin and Gaia. No, I'll be fine. Well, as long as you're sure. But if you feel like switching places, just say the word. Brazil. How can this be? Are they dead? Oh, that wasn't a person. Is it Snowback? I think that explains it. Oh. Light, does this mean there's still too much of it in the empty? I'm no expert, but this might be a result of losing control when you restore the ice element. Even though I tried to use darkness to hold back the light spilling forth, it seems it wasn't enough. Then we're right back to where we started. This is all my fault. No, Randy, you mustn't blame yourself. She's tweaking. Eden? A familiar voice and unescapable fate. The promise of salvation at the precipice of ruin. In the remnants of a lost past, I would find my truth. Restore darkness. What did you say, Gaia? Restore the darkness to the world flooded by light. That's it. We thought we'd restore balance to the 6 elements, but perhaps they're still too strongly aligned with light. If that's the case, maybe we can set things right by using darkness. By using darkness? Are you serious? Well, hold on. It might actually work. She's cooking. Gaia, that's a brilliant idea. I wouldn't go that far. I just remember what I learned during our adventures, that's all. But this does mean we'll need to call on your services again, if that's alright with you. We've come this far together, and we'll see our mission to the end, to Eden's core. I don't know about you guys, but I have also done the Ward of Darkness. It was not a fun memory. Am I supposed to go here? I didn't expect anybody else to be here. Right, let's get started. But were there any primals aligned with darkness? I can't seem to recall any. You mean there isn't one? The Ascian god Zodiac may be suitable, but we still need something that Diamanda has actually encountered, and preferably defeated. I've defeated the Zodiac. Well, does it have to be a primal for it to work? If it's just a lot of darkness that we need, perhaps there are other ways to get it. You may be right. What we ultimately need is a state of highly charged darkness. It shouldn't matter what form it takes. Does anything come to mind? The cloud of darkness. The creatures I unleash while under the fairy's control. If we are able to summon one powerful enough, it might just work. The cloud of darkness. I can't begin to imagine how powerful it must have been. I'd say we found the perfect candidate. But where to find a suitable place, one where darkness is strong? It won't be easy in a world flooded by light. Well, we've got the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Darkness right here. It seems like a good enough spot to me. But what about the light aligned angel that's all around us? That's where you come in. You can spread the light while I draw out the darkness. By combining our powers, we can make it work wherever we are. Combining our powers. Yes, between us, there's something we can achieve. Don't be afraid, Gaia. That's my favorite song, actually. Don't Be Afraid. Beautiful. But I've only heard the Duodecim remake of it, so like that's the one that I like the most, not the actual one from Final Fantasy VIII. I'm not afraid, just very concerned that this will go horribly wrong, which is the same thing, I suppose. Anyway, it's certainly not easy coming up with these plans by ourselves. That's true, but when this is over, we can restart ourselves with all sorts of delicious treats at the festival. Festival? What do you mean? We spoke about it on the way here, remember? I asked if you wanted to take part. I was busy piloting the Sky Slippers, so I probably wasn't paying attention. I know, well, not to worry. We can talk about that later. Right now, we've got a job to do. I think Fairy's messing with our memories. Because she seemed genuinely confused. I'll try out the ambient ether. And I'll shift its alignment to darkness. Now, Diamanda, focus your thoughts. Memories of the cloud of darkness enshroud your mind. It would be here, right? Yeah. Oh, hello. I didn't expect the queue to be that quick. I thought it would be like a little longer. I've heard this before, but I just don't know where.
疑似用一生間開始するわ
Oh, yeah, now I remember. You still got, oh. Oh. I was thinking you still got hit by that. Is this one of the bosses you want to be like right in their hitbox? Because they're going to do like AoEs like that, or what? Do you want to send them these ones? Comma? Question mark? I don't know what this means. Oh wait, is it like that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, got that one. Oh. Ugh. Can I knock back this? I do. Did I want to do that? Oh wait. Oh wait. I don't think I did. Oh, double white mage and double paladin. Do you not want to be? Oh. Excuse me? You know, I used to be one of those white mages. I was like, I'm not going to use a scythe as a DPS mechanic, and now I do. What does coin condensation mean? Do they not know that they can knock back this? I didn't mean to use thin air. Right here. Oh. I don't think I want anything from Eden. That all went surprisingly well. Of course, we have to get Amanda to thank for slaying that ghastly creature. Oh no. I like Cloud of Darkness. You're a fantastic guy. Anyone would think you're an old hand at this. You were nice about yourself. We make quite the team, don't we? We certainly do. I don't know about you two, but I'm itching to see whether our hard work has paid off. Let's head back. I did it again. Is it gonna be a cutscene? It's dark now. The plants are just as lightless as they were before. Maybe the light's influence is still too strong. I don't like the way that sounded. Is it completely dark? What in the world? Is it gay? In fleeting hues and endless warmth, a gentle light washed over me. A glimmer of hope once lost. We took the scales away from the light, I'm sure of it, but something's wrong. Very wrong. For 100 long years, I have waited for this moment. I knew it. You've been hiding inside Eden all this time. What is it? Is it fairy? The Ascian? Which Ascian is this? How many times we gotta teach you, old man? I am Neutron, servant of Zodiark. The voice that was whispered to me all my life. Indeed, and thanks to you, I am all but free from my prison of light. Does that mean Eden was used to steal away an Ascian? Wait, that is Eden. An Ascian transformed into a Sin Eater. I've heard enough about Astians to know they're nothing but trouble, but I had never imagined that one of them was behind all this. I thought that restoring the darkness was my idea, but this was your plan from the very beginning. It was, but all it took was the slightest suggestion. The rest was entirely your own doing. My freedom is so close, I can almost taste it. Finally, my soul may journey beyond the flesh to which I am yet bound. I knew you would come for me, Gaia. Don't flatter yourself. You've caused me nothing but pain. If I've helped you, it wasn't intentional. Even now, your memories elude you. Hearken unto me, Gaia, and remember. Hear, feel, think. In an age past, the world we know as the 13th was flooded by darkness. Like ripples in water, the repercussions were felt in the other shards, none more so than here on the first. It became perilously imbalanced and susceptible to the influence of light. Where light took consume the first as darkness did the 13th, it would likewise become a lifeless void, lost to our cause. We could not allow this mistake to be repeated. It was our duty to safeguard this world from the safe-some fate. After a time, MSL conceived of a plan to trigger a rejoining, utilizing the very light we had harbored to keep in check, and tasked us with bringing the plan to fruition. But at last, we were thwarted by Ardbert and his companions. Though our resolve was strong, theirs were stronger still, and as we fell, so too the light unleashed. For us, however, death is not the end. Though our bodies may perish, our souls live on, drawing but temporarily to the rift, until you can find a new body to possess. I too would have been reborn, but ere my soul could leave its corporal form, Ardbert struck me with a blade of purest light, and that light enveloped my body, twisting it beyond recognition. Eden, the first Sin Eater. My soul felt such agonies as I had never known, and then I knew no more. In my insensate, instinctive state, influenced by Albert's fervent desire to banish darkness, I unleashed the light burgeoning within me, and it spread as an all-consuming wave to every corner of the world. The flood of light, so that's how Sin Eaters came to be. All would have been lost had not the one caught infinitely appeared, halting the light's inexorable advance. She saved what little still remained of the world. In the process, she also restored to me a sliver of my consciousness. Though I remained trapped in my altered form, motionless, I was capable only of feeble whispering. Selk, couldn't he have saved you? Perhaps he could have, if such had been his wish. Far easier, however, to simply find another piece of my fractured soul to replace me. From his perspective, there was no need to intervene and potentially disturb the balance of ether, and so here I remained. So after you failed, he left you here to rot. Some friend he turned out to be. Sweetie, friend, I didn't even think he could be considered a friend to Metron. Thus abandoned, I called out for what seemed like an eternity to only one soul who could save me. You, Gaia. All this time, you were calling to me for help. Yes, but you had forgotten me, forgotten our duty. Though vestiges of your true power remained, you cannot wield it at will. Time went by and eventually came change. The light began to subside and the dark of night returned. Thanks to me. Gradually, my voice grew stronger until I was able to exert my will over you. You wanted me to free your soul from Eden, which is why you had me attack it. Another plan that ended in failure, thanks to Diamanda. They don't call me the warrior of light/darkness for nothing. Indeed, thankfully, your subsequent attempts to restore this barren land allowed Eden to absorb more and more aether, aligned close to darkness. gradually eroding the cage of light that holds me. Owing to your most recent efforts, my mind is holding my own once more, and I am able to project my image beyond those confines. Then all this time we've been helping to free an Ascian? That's a fine tale, but why should I care about any of it? What are you to me? Come with me to Eden's core. There, all shall become clear. Wait. I just realized something. If Eden has been absorbing all that rebalanced aether, that must be why we've been struggling to restore life to the empty. I suppose we can think about it later, though. More importantly, it seems I've lost control over Eden, most likely because of the Ascian. Uriante specifically warned us about not listening to the fairy's honeyed words, so we'd better think this through before we go rushing in. If only he and Thancred were here now. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Gaia. I shouldn't be so quick to lose heart. What? No, that's not what I meant. Who are Uriante and Thancred? Oh, see, I knew it! She's losing her memory. Wait, I know those people. I'm sure of it. But why can't I remember them? I thought something was strange when I mentioned the festival on board Eden. It was as though you had no recollection of our earlier conversation. This is most likely connected to Metron. Damn it all. What more is that fiend going to take from me? To tell you the truth, the thing that frightens me most is that you might forget about us. That won't happen. For every memory I lose, we'll make 2 more together. Ew, she's cute. And if I need to know something, I can just ask you. Why not start by telling me about Uriante and Thancred? To be honest, my nerves are all a jitter, so I need something to help me settle down before we confront Metron. Uriante is probably the most intelligent person I know. He spends a lot of time reading, but he also says that you can't learn everything from books, and encouraged me to go outside and see the world myself. Sounds sensible to me. Much better to experience things firsthand than to read about someone else's. Like those coffee biscuits. No book could ever describe how good they taste. Is there anything else you could tell me about him, Digamanda? He can walk on water until he can't. Prophecies are funny things, if you ask me. If people knew that something terrible was going to happen, they'll go and prevent it, which would make the prophecy untrue. I wonder what Uriante would say to that. Maybe I should go tell him. Like, oh my god, she said this. I'm like, it's crazy. As for Thancred, he's the one who freed me from Gilmore. At first, I thought of him as my knight in shining armor, but really, he was much more than that. We traveled all over Nordvrant, and he helped me become the person I am today. He even gave me my name. His gift for song won the heart of many fairly leaders, so he's also an expert in infiltration. This is Thancred. That would explain how he was able to sneak into Ulmor and rescue the damsel in distress, just like in the songs. I'm hardly a damsel in distress. Well, I suppose I was back then, but Thancred taught me how to fight and survive. Actually, while we're on the subject, that gunblade over there belonged to Thancred. As far as mementos go, it's a bit cumbersome side, but it reminds me of our adventures together. Even though there's a little chance I'll ever see him again, it still feels like he's here with me. Keeping your memories close. You know what? I should keep a diary. Even if I forget everything, at least I will have something to look back on. But what if she forgets the diary? That's a brilliant idea. So we're going to make lots of new memories together. Maybe I could write in it too. As long as you improve your handwriting before you go sprawling all over it. I'd like your entries to be vaguely legible, if you don't mind. Damn, Serene got bad handwriting, just like me. Of course, your ladyship. But before that, we've got an ASEAN to deal with. Let's get this over with. We're just three girls against the world. We came as you asked, so start talking. Why settle for mere words when I can offer something great in? Eden will now afford you a glimpse of the past, more than a glimpse, in fact. It'll be as real as any foes you face. Whatever. I messed that up completely. Conjured forth? Wait, you don't mean to perform a summoning, do you? I do. I shall recreate the battle of 100 years past, which pitted Arbert and his fellow warriors of light against their nemesis, the Shadow Keeper. Is that the dog? Is that so? It seems much and more has occurred during my absence. No doubt he employed creation magic to breathe life into his recollections of the past. And what do you hope to achieve with this history lesson of yours? You shall see. You shall remember. Now, your very soul will revisit the fateful day 100 years ago. Does that mean she's 100 years old? Damn, girl, you ancient. Gaia, you can't just meet Tron. If you do, you'll end up being manipulated again. You're right. My days of being controlled by this demon are over. I have a new life now, and I won't let anyone take that away from me. My will is my own. You have no hold over me. This is all you're doing, accursed minions of light. I should be the one at her side, not you or anyone else. I will take her beyond the reach of your poisonous influence and keep her safe. They weren't even that far away from each other. What have you done to Gaia? Nothing yet, but soon I will restore her to her true self, and you will help me to do so by conquering the adversary I present before you. And this is why we all hold hands, because like if we hold hands, he can't teleport her. He gonna teleport all three of us. I knew it was risky trusting an ASEAN, but we played right into Mitron's hands. Agreed. There's no telling what kind of danger she's in, but wherever she is, I know she's giving her all. Even though we're apart, we'll fight as one. Together, we'll bring an end to Mitron's wicked schemes. It looks like Mitron's grip on Eden has loosened somewhat, perhaps to allow me to send you to the battlefield. Once you get there, don't let your guard down. While this may be a reenactment of a moment of history, the threat you face is very real. Whatever happens, we must take it through this. Guy is counting on us. I think after I get done with Litany, I'm gonna end the stream. Every time I see Litany, I just want to say Battle Litany. I don't want to do the story, because what if it pops, and what if I get into a duty again? I'm not doing that. If I'm in the middle of a cutscene and my duty pops, so we're gonna wait it out like good cookies while I change my glamour. I wonder how long it's gonna take for this to pop. Is there... I don't think so. I'm gonna have to go there. Okay. Or not. I can't. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna... Okay, whatever. I feel like this is the dog. The one that you can get as a mount? I think you buy the mount though. I was right! What if Gaia was this? It says anti-hero, so what if this is Gaia? This was given a corporal form. I hope I don't die too much. Wait, why are we... Oh, I think I get it now. I think I get it. So whatever he does is what the shadow will do. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, no, sisters, I'm never gonna get that. What doesn't though? Are we not to? What's? Okay. Hey, yo, Behemoth. Oh shit, I'm gonna get hit by that, yeah. I figure. Oh, and I'm dead. Being left-handed, I don't know which way he's going. He could be going right for all I know, but I don't know he's going right. Okay, so it's this one. So watch this one. Right? So wait, so don't watch that one? There's a lot happening, dudes. That's why you should just follow the group. Backward implosion? Wait, no. Forward, yeah. You know, I thought the void gate would be a little different, you know what I'm saying? Someone go over there, please. Midtrons return guys to us, but I have a feeling this isn't over yet. I'd see this time I remember. So is Gaia the Shadow Keeper? The Warriors of Light. The Shadow Keeper. I've seen this all before. Yes, you and I joined our powers as one to create the Shadowkeeper. We were witness to its battle with the Warriors of Light. Our power, so I was there and I wasn't alone. No, Gaia, it's not true. It can't be. How can you be there 100 years ago? Look deep inside. You know it was real. Cast aside those worthless memories. Embrace who you truly are. Worthless? Now I see. This is why you've been tampering with my memories ever since I was a child. Just so, and now I possess the means to purge them entirely. Your rebirth will finally be complete. You have no right to deny me a life, to rob me of what I hold most precious. My memories may seem worthless to you, but not to me. I will never be yours. My place is here, in this world, in this life, in this moment. Wherever my friends are, that is where I belong. Then you would turn your back on our glorious past, on the lives we once lived. Any past I may have shared with you is long gone. I live in the here and now, striving to build a better future, and I'll be damned if I let you take that away from me. To be united at long last, only to be shunned. Would that I died with you, to be reborn. Even without knowledge of your past, we may yet forge a future together. I'm sick of your riddles. Speak plainly or not at all. You and I fought the Warriors of Light as one, joined in body and soul. When Arbert struck his final blow, the light tore through the bonds that held us. Though you perished, I was condemned to a far worse fate. My flesh became my prison, and I was cursed to remain here, an abomination, while you lived on with others at your side. I will suffer it no more. You belong to me. He sounds like a jealous ex. I too was once held against my will, robbed of my freedom, to be trapped and alone for 100 years. I can't begin to imagine the pain you must have felt. But that doesn't give you a right to deny Gaia a chance at happiness. We once knew happiness, true happiness, until fate conspired to tear us apart. I will never let that happen again. We shall be joined as one, my memory is yours, together for all eternity. He got some nice teeth. I ain't gonna hold him. Has he been listening to Chip Skylark? The darkness is rising within me. That mark, I mean, he did kind of say they were together, so I mean, of course she's an Ascian. What is this? Why am I... Hold on, Gaia. Whatever it is, you mustn't give in. I think she already gave in, sister. What if she's like, who are you? Oh! I didn't actually think she would say that. Yes. Now you know nothing. Now nothing will keep you from me. I am yours and you are mine. We are one. We remember. So it's true? Gaia really is a reincarnated Ascian. The girl you once knew is no more. The Ascian who held the seat of Logriff is all that remains. Gaia is her true name. Oh, here come another fucking memory. Inconvenient, because like, what if he takes the time to strike me, man? Oh, Logriff, how long has it been? How long have I dreamed of this day? Is that you, Mitron? Forgive me, I didn't recognize you. In my defense, my memories have only been recently restored. My mind is still a little hazy. Highly surprising. No matter how many times we are reborn, it is disorienting to have everything change around you. Even so, I immediately recognize your resplendent soul, and I cling to the hope that one day you will likewise remember mine. You always were a forgetful one. I can never forget you, try as I might. But tell me, what do you know of my past? I admit, my memory may need refreshing. We served together as members of the Convocation of 14, dedicated to summoning of Lord Zodiark. Although the task assigned to you eventually fell to Elidibus. Yes, I remember. Amidst the chaos and despair, you never left my side, my loyal protector. But in the end, it was in vain. I was powerless to prevent Heidelin from tearing our world asunder. So I heard from Emmett Selk. We labored to make our world whole again. That's why he restored my memories, so that I can play my part. Our part. Alone we struggle, but by joining your power with mine, we may yet succeed. My power? You always were one for flattery. Oh, I assure you, I am quite sincere. It will be my honor to serve the cause alongside you, and I shan't take no for an answer. So he really is a jealous ex. The honor is mine, for as much as I chide and tease you, you are everything to me. My inspiration, when I'm with you, I fear nothing. Promise me that we'll never be parted again. I promise. Even should fate conspire to separate us, I will reach out to you, wherever you may be. And I will come running. I don't know about that, sister. You definitely did not come running. You ran away, in fact. We were destined to find each other, to awaken our buried past and be born anew. Though our brethren employ crystals to return sundered souls to their office, without them such a feat would be beyond my reach. But by becoming one in mind and body, my memories are yours. At last, you have woken. Now, the time has come to restore our world to the utopia it once was. Let Gaia go. You are not worthy to speak that name. If you must call her anything, use the name chosen by her parents, if you even know what that is. No, to me, her name is Gaia. And nothing you say about her makes any difference to me. I don't care if she's an Ascian, she's my friend. Was your friend. Never again will she answer to your cries. We'll break the shackles that bind her. Wasn't that? Your wicked schemes have gone far enough. We're taking Gaia back. Accursed servants of light, you will not tear us apart again. What is this vision? Vision of my mind is summoning? All your hopes and fears turned against you. There is no escape from your past. Alright, that's where I'm going to end this. I didn't expect the Eden raids to have such a compelling story. I mean, like, I've done it before, obviously, because I'm at Umbra, but I didn't expect it to be so... Does that mean we have to fight Gaia next? Because, I mean, she did just turn into an Ascian and, you know, combine with the wings, so, you know, maybe. I don't know. But next time I stream Final Fantasy XIV, which will probably be on Friday. I might coin it as Final Fantasy Friday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I will continue the story, the main scenario, and then I will also be doing Eden on the side. I do know that I have to do the Pandemonium raids. That's the one that I have not actually like started. So like I won't be like in the middle of it. I'll be like all the way at the beginning. So I'm excited for that. I don't think there's anything else I want to say before I end stream. Thank you, actually. Thank you to all the people that have followed me on my journey. Even though I only have like 39 followers, that's still 39 people that like follow me. My unhinged ass. I'm really appreciative to all the people that follow me on Twitch, that follow me on bluesky, and that follow me on Twitter. And I hope to continue to grow and eventually play more games and maybe get like a better PC at some point. I mean, I love my PC, do not get me wrong, but it could be better, especially if I want to play Cyberpunk Orion that's gonna come out by the time I'm 50, probably, I don't know. But I hope you guys have a good day or a good evening, depending on where you are, and I will see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.